What the fox is up, you fabulous Fox fans? So happy you could join me for another episode of What the Fox. Today is the Friday Frightener, where I'll be giving you a scary story for the weekend. This week, I'm talking about stigmatas. And if you don't know what that is, stick around to find out. Now let's jump down the rabbit hole. Welcome back, Fox fans, to another episode of What the Fox. And because it's Friday, I'm doing a Friday Frightener episode. I had so much fun doing the FaxFox Frighteners in October that I decided to make it a more regular thing, at least for now. So every Friday, I'll be covering some type of scary story. Before we get started, I just want to remind all of you that the FaxFox Frightener Elevator to Another World Challenge is still open. And if we hit 500 subscribers by the end of November, I will be live streaming my attempt at the elevator game. And I may end up in another world. So make sure to put your paws on that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already. And take a look at the Another World video and share that around so we can get more subscribers, and I will end up doing that live stream. With that out of the way, let's jump into the episode. For those of you who don't know what a stigmata is, it's when a person experiences wounds, body marks, and sores that resemble the wounds that were suffered by Jesus Christ during his crucifixion. That includes the whipping and lashings he took to the back, the crown of thorns on his head, the nails that were driven through his hands and his feet to nail him to the cross, and finally, the wound from the spear that penetrated his heart. I don't know about you Fox fans, but the thought of suffering those types of wounds is absolutely terrifying to me. And if you're not a believer already, I don't know what else is going to make you a believer other than suffering a stigmata. Now, let's get into the first story. The story of Teresa Newman, a woman who suffered a severe injury and 5 years after which began to show the signs of a stigmata when she had wounds appear on her palms and on her head. She also experienced vivid visions of Christ's crucifixion herself, as she described. And shortly after getting these visions, she had 9 wounds show up on her head and on her palms, severe bleeding, and that is when this iconic picture was taken. And can you imagine waking up like that? Take a minute to think about that. Let me know what you would do in the comments below if you woke up with blood raining from your palms and 9 wounds on your head. Just blood and out of your eyes. It's horrible to think of and absolutely terrifying. But this woman experienced it. These wounds never fully healed and would continuously open up and get infected no matter what they did. And she suffered like this for over 3 decades dealing with these wounds and held the belief that she had a close connection with her Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. She also claimed that during those 3 decades, she did not eat any food other than the bread and wine that she received at Holy Mass and drank no water. These are pretty wild claims, but apparently these stories are true. Now, Teresa Newman died in 1962 at the age of 45. The next story I want to talk about brings us to October of 2017, where a woman in Italy had blood coming from her palms and from her head out of nowhere, and there was no explanation for what was taking place. This poor woman would suddenly bleed out of nowhere from her palms and from her head, and she suffered like this for years by herself, hiding herself away from any kind of social interaction because she never knew when it was going to take place. Finally, doctors figured out that it was a rare disease that caused her to get this sweat blood This one was not a stigmata, but it could explain what these other things were that were taking place. I don't know if it explains Teresa Newman, but it could explain any other reports of stigmatic events. So, now you know what a stigmata is. There's more information in the description below, so check out those links if you're interested in learning more about stigmatas and hearing more stories and claims of stigmatas. And let me know in the comments if you think this phenomena is real or fake, because I want to know what you guys think. Whether stigmatas are actual events, self-inflicted wounds or hoaxes, or some kind of medical condition, they're definitely an interesting phenomena and something that you can find a lot of information on. I hope you guys enjoyed this What the Fox Friday Frighteners. Let me know what you thought about the episode in the comments below, or give me suggestions for future episodes, because I want to cover what you guys want to see. And if you're not already, make sure you put your paws on that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel so you know when future episodes are released. Until next time, I'm the Fax Fox saying, Fox off.